The future of independent film is very bright. I've been thinking about this, and last night I was watching the film Anora by Sean Baker, which was fantastic. Really just kind of like reinvigorated me a little bit watching it. I just have been thinking a lot about independent film, and I feel like in the last few years it's been kind of on a decline a little bit. Personally, just through my own group of, the folk filmmakers, I was just kind of seeing sort of a downward spiral in terms of like the amount of projects coming out from the majority of people, the amount of, work that's getting done. But, I've been thinking about it, and there's so many interesting new facets to independent filmmaking that didn't exist, 5, 6 years ago when I started, posting and when I started doing the folk filmmaking space. One thing that I've been testing out, I'm actually working on for a new movie. I'm going to talk about AI, and not in the way that you think how people usually talk about it, because I think AI generated content is stupid. Like, just completely generating like all your stuff through AI isn't wonderful. But I think that one thing that's really interesting is automation, like AI through the lens of automating things. In the example of audio. Audio is something that I think every filmmaker probably just really doesn't like that much. I can tell you, I hate doing audio. Lobbing people, and then you find out the lav mics, were rustling during a take, or, getting a giant boom mic and, putting in the scene and, having to, either pay someone or bribe someone to be that guy, because no one wants to be that guy. I can tell you that audio is one of the things that I'm really excited to be automated by AI. I'm actually working on a new little short feature film for the Oscars, and I completely refuse to use mics, and we're going to use AI cleanup to augment the audio and make it sound good. And it's not perfect. It's definitely a work in progress, but there's like 60% of it that like works really, really well. And I look forward to a day where you can put a giant omnidirectional mic in the scene, and then with AI, just clean it all up. And then it's going to free yourself up to do things that you could never do before. You could walk into a really busy restaurant and, put a small little mic on the table and get the scene, and then just clean it up in post. You don't have to lav people. You don't have to bring in a boom mic. You don't do any of that stuff. This is the future of independent filmmaking, is finding solutions to things that we have always done before, but only because of the limit of the technology. I think AI is going to open up a lot of possibilities for people in that, like things that are processes we don't love to do. No one loves to clean up audio. No one loves to have to polish, audio. And if we can, reduce that time and reduce the stress on set, I think it's going to improve a lot of people's lives. I think like the generated content route, I'm not a big fan of. But for the most part, I think the AI automation type stuff that's going to be built into programs like Adobe, I'm using Adobe Podcast right now. You're going to see a lot more interesting usages of this, because I think it's going to automate a lot of things that we hate to do. I mean, I know I've even seen other creators find AI programs that can literally just cut the gaps out of your videos. So if you like want to do jump cuts in your videos, it will literally find all the parts where you talk, and then it will cut out all the other parts, and then you can just put it in the program, and within 15 seconds, you're getting a full video with just the bits you need. That's going to be, especially for like YouTubers and content creators, that's going to be just revolutionary. Like, that type of stuff is stuff that like literally no one likes to do. Like, no one is going to be sitting there and like wanting to cut out the gaps in between their videos anymore. Like, if there is a process that can automate that for us, that can fix that, it's going to make it a lot easier. I mean, you're going to be able to, get all the good bits. I mean, imagine a scene where it's, standard coverage, you got like left, right, and dead on master. You're going to be able to get an edit of it where it's going to literally give you Angle 1, all the parts where the person talks. Angle 2, where all the person talks. Angle 3, where all the person talks. And obviously you'll be able to probably move it back if you need some space and stuff. But you're going to be able to see literal automation of things that's going to make it so much faster. And I think like the resources, I think that's what I really want to talk about is the resources as a filmmaker have never become more apparent. Um, just becoming, a filmmaker in this era, you have so much more technology. I was shooting my whole film on my iPhone, and I shoot a lot of my videos on my iPhone now. And I can tell you, there's a point where I was looking at it, and I'm like, this is so much better than the equipment I started with, 10, 15 years ago. Like, literally in my pocket, I have a camera that equals, like a 4K camera. And, it's not perfect, and it doesn't have all the cinema lenses and all that. But I'm telling you when I say that type of stuff's coming. Like, those type of pieces of equipment are coming to your phone. It's not necessarily going to be right around the corner, but I've seen it jump literally in 5 years more than I ever thought it would jump. And I've shot a bunch of movies on my phone now at this point, and I almost prefer shooting movies on my phone in a lot of cases just because like I can move really fast. Obviously I think I'll always shoot movies like on the Red or on the Sony or anything like that, but I can tell you for sure, like, if I have a quick idea that I want to do in a weekend, I'm not running to get my red camera. I'm thinking like, we have a iPhone here, let's use it. So I think the amount of technology that is moving at the rate that it's moving, I think you're going to open up a lot of resources. I was also watching another video, and it was talking about like virtual production assets and how like literally with a green screen now they're setting up the software in such a way where you can have the same resources that they use on like productions like The Mandalorian. I'm really excited to see someone in the film space really use this technology at a low level, like at a low price level, like where someone's doing it for literally basically free or very cheap, and make something like Star Wars level quality. And I know that sounds crazy, but there is going to be some insane person who will do it. I don't know who it will be, but at some point, someone is going to raise, $20, $30, $50,000, and he's going to, pour it into this production. And you're going to see something that's so grand and beyond what you would expect from someone who is literally just out of their bedroom. And I think I've never seen that level of jump in terms of the quality of a production, for a low independent filmmaker. You have AI tools. You have tools to create, virtual production. You have tools to reduce the time it takes to edit things. You have smartphones that are literally able to record good quality video really quickly, and you don't have to deliberate. I mean, literally, I shot a whole film on my iPhone, and you can punch in the zooms in there without having to switch lenses. And that's not to say that is a replacement for lenses. Obviously, it's not. But I do think that there's something really powerful about being able to do something really quick with the technology that you have right now. So I don't know. The automation, the change of the film landscape has really had me thinking a lot about my time as a filmmaker. I see so many filmmakers, they start their career at the age of 30, 29, 28, something like that. And I'm 29 now. And I feel like I've lived a whole filmmaker's career already, like up to this point. Like if we go from like 15 to 29, that's a career. I've made 30 feature films or more. I've been making projects for years now. And I can tell you that I have so much more stories to tell. I have so many more stories to tell. And I want to start making things that are bigger. I want to make things that challenge the form that we're in. Because I think we as filmmakers in this space, in the folk filmmaking space, a lot of great things have happened, but truly no one has made a masterwork yet. Like, there are some good ones, some really, 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 really good ones, things that I really enjoy. But I don't think the masterpiece that is going to be universally loved has happened yet. And I'm telling you, I am going to try to make that. You know, maybe it won't be the thing that blows up, but I'm going to try to push it because I want someone to make it. And whether it be me or someone else, I think someone has the capability to do that. So I'm going to be pushing the medium. I'm going to be using the tools at my disposal in order to make the best quality product possible. And I want to make a really good, successful movie. So I'm going to be working on a big feature film project. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm telling you right now, I'm coming for Hollywood. I'm going to try to make something that's going to be really, really grand in scale. And I'm going to need all the resources I can possible. If you need, if you're out there and you want to help me, I would really need your help, especially if you do have resources like locations, you know, money. You're an actor, you're an editor, you're a really good cinematographer. Any of these things, these are resources I could definitely use to make this big scale project. I don't know what's going to be yet, but I'm going to be brainstorming some ideas very, very soon. Okay, you guys have a good one. Okay, peace. Bye.